Well, hello there folks, David, your friendly hairy Scotsman here, once again. As you can tell from the background, I'm in the kitchen, and I'm going to do a wee bit of cooking. So, what have I got? I have some wee sausages. I have some smoked ham. I have some eggs. Milk. Tangy relish. It says for burgers, but so what I'm going to do is open up the sausages. Right, so that can go over there. And what I'll do, I'll zoom you down so you can see what I'm doing, because it's better than looking at this ugly mug, isn't it? So let's pop you down there like that. I'll just turn this so I can actually see what I'm doing, even though it's upside down. And we'll zoom in a wee touch. There we go. So, the sausages, I'm going to chop them up. Like so, into little bits. What I'm actually going to do with these and the ham is make them into an omelette. Because I needed to use the sausages up today anyway. And, oops, that one's trying to escape. You're getting away from me, pal. So, sausages, chopped up. I'm going to put the heat on here, under the pan. While I'm doing that, I'm going to get some of the ham out. And that can get chopped. Now, these are great. It was in Aldi. If you've seen my toasty video, which I've just put up, you'll see 400 grams of this stuff for £1.99. So, as you can see, we've been eating quite a bit of it. And I'm just going to chop it all up nice and to nice sort of munchable sizes. I'm not going to do it all. You don't need too much. Take some of the wee bits and chop them away like this. There's some wee cuttings into the back there. I mean, anyone who says they can't eat, you know, cheaply with some good food, I don't know how they get that. Because, as I say, this was £1.99 for 400 grams. I've had meals out of it, I've had toasties out of it, and now I'm going to throw some in and make an omelette with what's left. Well, not what's left, there's actually still enough there for easily another couple of sandwiches. Take that bit there. That's it. Right. So that's done there. Let's move that out of the way there. Sit there. They're almost ready. That can go over out the road. Bring that to there. Okay, that's now getting a wee bit warm, so I'll turn that down a bit. And we'll bring these in here. So you can see the pan. If I point you in the right direction, that is. Yeah, the pan will be there. Just going to get a back through that. That one. There we go. Got a spatula. So, I'm going to pop the sausages in first. Like that. Let them get a wee bit of colour on them. Like so. Now that looks really interesting, I know. So what I'll do, I'll shift these all again. Just back here a little bit. And bring the mug in. Couple of eggs. Yeah, engine and shot. Ooh, that was interesting. The whole thing collapsed. Keep it in there, and I'll grab another egg. Like so. to give my hands a quick wee wipe. So that's covered. Splash of milk. Always like to loosen up my omelettes with a bit of milk. Put that in the fridge. A little bit of pepper. Okay, quite a bit of pepper, because I like my pepper. A little bit of salt. Give them a quick sugar up. Like so. Pop them away to one side. Pop back into the frying pan area. Start flipping them about so they all get a nice bit of colour on them. Like so. Turn them about, make sure you got them all cooked through nicely. Almost there. Flip that over like so. And that. They'll all come in quite quickly. So what I'll do, while these are going on like that, just make sure that they're all cooked in. The last thing you want is a bit of raw meat in there. Especially with them being sausages, I mean it's not usually the best of meats. So they're coming along quite nicely. So I'm going to throw in the ham. And that'll help. Ow. It starts spitting all over the place. Turn that down a wee bit. So let the ham cook away in there. Sausages are virtually done. Give it a wee wiggle about a bit. As long as the ham starts going okay, get a bit of colour on that. Come together really nicely now. Now make sure it's all spread out in the pan. Like that. Just checking the bits there that are going nicely, and those two bits that jumped out can go back in. Not going to waste them. Phone goes off. Deal with that one later. And now that's virtually ready to go. You can see it's starting to spit quite well there. Give the egg another little quick close around. And that should stop it all spitting now. Like that. Make sure that's in there, that's nice. Put this in the sink. And we now have the omelette starting to cook up quite nicely. Oops. Tripod's not the best in the world, but I'll give you an idea of what I'm doing. So the wee bits there that are bubbling, just burst them. That allows more of the egg to drop in underneath. So that'll come together nicely. Here. Grabbing something else out of the fridge, I'll put the eggs away. Now, we'll let that go quite coloured underneath. I don't like my egg, I mean some people will say that was fine like that, but I mean to me that's still not even half cooked. But we'll see it in a few minutes. As I say, it's almost getting there. Yeah, we're starting to get there. So we'll flip her over. Let all that drain into there. Like so. That's looking quite nice now. So that'll sort of harden up underneath. And I'll give it one more little flip just so all this bit around here is cooked. And we'll be almost done. So I mean this is really quite simple. 2 eggs, a few sausages that were left over, 30p's worth of sausages because they're £1 a pack. 2 eggs, that's what, about 15p each, 20p each maybe. So there's what, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 pence. Maybe 10 pence, 15 pence worth of, we'll say 20 pence worth of ham, just keep it simple. So that's, where was I? 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 90 pence on that. Just about to get another wee flip, like so. Then, what I do at this point is get the relish out. And we've got a wee splot of relish on it all. Like so. Get my knife, just spread it out a wee bit. Like this. Now that is almost ready, but there's one more thing, and that's, where are we, some mozzarella. So grab a bit of mozzarella, pop it on like so. Tiny wee bit on the outsides. There we go with the mozz. Turn that right down. Flip that over like so. As you can see there, it's virtually ready now. Clean my knife. Grab a plate. As I say, that is almost there. So let's go out wide. Come down here a bit. Find the plate. Put a wee bit on it. Put the heat off. And as you can see, the mozzarella, they're starting to melt. That's the word I was looking for. Make sure I've got all the wee bits out of there. Pop this in the water. Like so. That can go in there as well. Fan can go off. Close off the box. So, and There we go. So, kick you wide, bring you back up to see my ugly mug, which is up here someplace. There we go. So I'm just going to give that a wee rinse and a wipe. And we now have, I suppose I have to do my thumbnail, don't I? Something like that. That's not bad. That'll do as a thumbnail. And I'm going to cut it in half, open it up. That's what it looks like inside. Absolutely steaming hot. I know it looks like a dog's dinner, but I've had these before. And being quite honest with you, they are so tasty. So I reckon well under £1 to do that omelette. The cheese was pennies. The amount of sauce I put on it was pennies. The 2 eggs, the 3 sausages. So that was what, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Probably 10p for the ham, it's 80. So probably 85p, roughly, that would have cost me. And that's been generous with the amount. So I cut into this. Oh wow. There we go. That's what it looks like. I've got a feeling this is going to be very hot when I bite it. So let's go. Right. I've got the taste of the omelette, which is a standard omelette taste, but I've got the smokiness of the ham coming through. I've got the meatiness of the sausage, and I've got the tomatoey tang of that burger relish what I put on it as well, just as a wee sort of filler thing. The cheese has gone stringy. Oh, I wish I could show you this bit. The cheese pool on this. Check out this. That is so simple. I mean, it's taken me what, 10 minutes or thereabouts, and it's warm, it'll fill you up. You don't have to use the sausages, you don't have to use the ham. If you're kind of veggie-ish, I mean, I know the eggs don't really count as veggie, but you could do it with veg. Handful of peas, some sweet corn, bit of broccoli maybe, anything like that. If you partly cook down potatoes first, you could throw them in, get them a bit of colour, do it as well. Almost like a Spanish omelette. If you like peppers, personally I don't, but if you did, you could put peppers through it. It's endless, and generally all for well under £1. So, I mean, this is for me, but for somebody who's not my size or got my appetite, you could easily cut that into 2. You could share it if you've got kids. I mean, half of that each, absolutely no problem. If you want it as a meal, put some, if you want it healthy, do some potatoes and a wee bit of veg beside it. If you don't want it healthy, do some chips. You can do them in the oven, do them in the pan, do them in the microwave. There's so many different ways nowadays. Just go out and do them. They are so, it's so easy. It's really good. Go for another bite. There's a little bit of crunch off the edge of the sausages, but I've taken them that wee bit over. Some of the bacon, the ham, has got that wee bit crispy edge to it as well. The softness of the egg just works. So, I'm going to toddle off now before this gets cold. I hope you're all keeping really well out there. If you haven't already, I would appreciate the red button getting hit. As I say, I'm Scottish, it's free. If you hit the bell, they'll let you know when I'm doing more of these. If you like what I'm doing, if you hit that like button. If you don't like what I'm doing, well, that's your prerogative, I suppose. But hopefully I'll see you all soon again. You lot take care of yourselves. See ya.